My name is Bradford Lyons, and I'm a student of the University of Technology, Jamaica. And I'm currently doing a course called Science and Technology, where we have to identify a current scientific or technological development and highlight the social issues that surround it. I have chosen to do editing. Listen carefully. In the 1940s, a comic was written of a young man named Steve Rogers, who, noted for his frail but tall physique, tries to enlist in the army during World War II, but fails due to his physical makeup. However, his resolve impresses ranking officers, and he is drafted into the army into a program called Project Rebirth, where the army tries to create super soldiers. Experiments to do so prove successful, and Rogers is transformed into a nearly perfect human being with peak agility, stamina, strength, and intelligence. Thus, Captain America is born. In today's world, we have the ability to alter human beings through new technology called gene editing. This process is done during the embryonic stage of human development, where genes are permanently altered, changing genetic makeup of that human and their descendants forever. However, gene editing can further exacerbate social inequality and cause discrimination, and therefore, it must be regulated. In an article published January 31st, 2011, researchers from leading European school, the University of Oslo in Norway, stated that social inequality is an area within sociology that focuses on the distribution of goods and burdens within a society. Many studies have shown that these goods and burdens are affected by our genes. Many studies have shown this. One study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology, Volume 89, Issue number 3, by Timothy A. Judge, PhD, of the University of Florida, and Daniel M. Cable, PhD, of the University of North Carolina in 2004, showed that taller individuals were more successful over the span of their careers than shorter ones. In a July 23, 2018 article, online British newspaper, The Independent, also gave credence to the idea that our genes affect academic success, citing a study written in the journal Nature Genetics by authors Robbie Weedow, PhD, a fellow at Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard, and Daniel Benjamin, PhD, an associate professor at the University of Southern Carolina. Granted the access to alter such genes, parents can then choose which genes they believe are suitable to give their child and future generations the best advantages at success in life. However, taking into consideration the socioeconomic structure of our current world and the cost of this treatment, only a few individuals will be able to take full advantage of this advancement in technology, further widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots, the wealthy and the poor. Hence, I believe that regulation of gene editing through total subsidization or limiting the amount of enhancements that can be administered to one embryo will prevent an increase in social inequality. Adolf Hitler argued the point that the Aryan race was superior to all others and caused many persons who did not fit the mold to be killed. Caucasians in America viewed blacks as less civilized post-slavery, which has resulted in racial discrimination, which has continued to this very day. In an article published July 1st, 1950, in the journal African Affairs, Volume 49, Issue 196, Charles Wilton Wood Greenidge, vice president of the Anti-Slavery Society, stated that discriminatory acts originate from prejudice, which creates an unfavorable attitude. It is obvious then that if some traits are deemed as undesirable by persons who would have never experienced these traits, then discrimination will follow. As such, in a future where only some persons are able to afford or attain these enhancements, it stands to reason that sooner or later, discrimination against those who do not possess the means to acquire the desirable traits will experience discrimination. To simplify the point, as an employer, one would prefer to hire the potential candidate who was enhanced to be more intelligent if they work in systems analysis, and similarly, a stronger man over a weaker one if they work in construction. To conclude, it must be said that this advancement in technology has the ability to wreak havoc on society by accentuating societal ills that already plague us, and as such, each and every individual of sound mind must fight for the control and legislation of these processes. To allow gene editing to go unchecked is to murder our moral identity and to destroy modern society as we know it.